Hey, now here's a video I'm doing that I don't even really wish that I had to do. We're doing a video here that's going to talk about strategies to protect your Tesla. Hey, maybe your neighbor or other fellow citizens' Tesla as well, and anti-keying strategies to look after it. Hi, this is Ross McLean. I'm with the McLean Chronicles here. I'm a former law enforcement security professional. I've done close protection for billionaires and looked after some of the most secure places on earth, Canada's version of Fort Knox, if you will. And listen, I'm really bothered by this anti-civilization, breaking society's rules, acts by people of going around and keying the cars of other citizens. I mean, that's just breaking the social contract. And the terrible part is these are adults that are doing most of this. So let's talk quickly about some of the things that you can do. Now, if you're a Tesla owner, you already know, and you should activate your Tesla Sentry system. Actually, let me preface this another way. There's going to be a period of time here where this is going to continue to go on. Law enforcement has to act. FBI has to act. Trump has already talked about it as being terrorism, as you can see from the tweet that he put out here. Elon's on it. The FBI is on top of it. They're all looking at it. So until they get a bunch of high-profile arrests and start sending some people to jail and nailing them for some really big fines and making them pay restitution, you're going to have to spend a little bit of time for the next few months doing a few things you normally would not want to be bothered doing. One is, let's get your Tesla Sentry system working. You have a Tesla, you already know about it. It's got 8 cameras on it. It activates, it records, the hard drive is there. Now it uses up some of the battery power a little bit. I'd say sacrifice that, don't worry about it. Have that on in your car. That seems to be one of the best ways of catching these people. Now, it's going to give you an alarm, and I hope the bad guys either don't or do know this. But let's say there was some guy who was, he's working as a bouncer in a local bar, and he parks his Tesla outside. And that Tesla, as soon as it gets banged into or starts to get scratched, sends him a notification to his phone. He might just be lucky enough to get out there in time to find the person who is so insolent and ignorant enough to go scratch the Tesla. So I would hope for the video of some of that being caught sometime. Somebody standing their ground and dealing with one of these people scratching the Tesla when you scratch the wrong Tesla for doing it. So let's keep that in mind, people, for how things are moving along. So the Tesla works to keep the video. It's all good. You get the notifications. You're going to have to make sure that as you go to park your car, you're going to have to use a little bit more strategies. Try to find a place to park it that has got CCTV coverage. They've got lot attendants perhaps. They have good camera coverage within the garage. You may ask, can I park my car for sure where one of your cameras is looking at it, or where the person working the booth, if it happens to be one that has labor there instead of an automatic one, can watch and look after the car. That's the one thing. Now, when you're at home, if you don't have a garage, obviously you put it in the garage. If you're going to have it outside, look at motion-activated lighting on the outside of your house. So if someone walks onto your property, that comes on first, that lights it up. That helps to deter people. Also, it gives a little bit better light for the camera to be able to catch people if they decide to continue onto your property. If you have to leave the car outside, Tesla sells some excellent car covers. You can also get a cable to lock them, so at least it's a little bit more difficult for them to get at your car when it's sitting out there at night. You can lock that car cover on. And if I noticed the Tesla car cover comes with a little Tesla logo on the outside, maybe you get one that doesn't have that, so they don't know what kind of car is actually parked there. One of the things I would hope that maybe Elon, if you're watching this, you could build into the Teslas is the Belgian Malinois release from the trunk. So people could leave their guard dogs inside the trunk, because Tesla does have dog mode, right? It keeps the car nice and cool or warm in there if your dog's in there. And if someone scratches the car, perhaps Sentry could automatically release the trunk and let the Malinois out to go make a citizen's arrest, if you will. Put the canines on the job. I digress, but I hope that would happen. The next thing you do with your home is go talk to your neighbors. Ask them if they could keep an eye out on your car. Ask them if they've got cameras, if they could aim them down the street or make sure if they catch anybody. And if you're a neighbor and you have one of your neighbors who's got a Tesla, go up and say, hey, just so you know, I've aimed one of my cameras over there. I'm keeping an eye out for you too. I'm looking out for you, neighbor. The best security system in the world for the average person is a great neighbor. So take advantage of that. and offer to do that for your neighbors. They'll really appreciate it. You can also buy extra dash cams for your car that you can put on them. That's something that's not so bad for doing. Now, here's one that I hope that the police do. I hope what the police start doing is putting out bait cars, putting out some bait Teslas. I don't know, put them outside yoga studios or wherever some of these lefties hang out or some such thing where they are. And leave the car there and see if they can catch somebody going up to scratch the car, arrest them, and charge them. Maybe Elon could loan them a bait car for this. I think it's something that the police need to take extremely seriously because this is turning into domestic terrorism. It is. You're threatening people. You're using a form of violence. You're causing a lot of damage. I mean, the cost to repair a Tesla from a bad scratch can be anywhere from, $900 to over $10,000 based on what they do, because you do have to get it to a Tesla dealer to get it correctly repaired with the paint and the aluminum and whatnot. One other thing I would hope that Tesla and Elon might consider is putting together a site for Tesla owners so that they can upload any pictures they have of people and their faces to a database. And then they could use AI to perhaps, go through the internet and see if they can find a match for who those people are, and then send the match back to the Tesla owner. The Tesla owner could take that to the local police, and that would aid with the investigation as well. Anyways, look, I feel terrible that a video like this has to be made, that this is what society is coming down to. But let's look out for ourselves, and let's look out for each other, and let's not have this sort of behavior going on anymore. Be safe. This is the McLean Chronicles. Follow, subscribe. I hope to see you next time with more videos.